We're out here in Venice. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Michael Allen, and I am from North Carolina.
How'd you get out here?
Well, when I worked in North Carolina, I sold cars, and my friend Ryan Wilcox, he wanted me to come out here and help a solar power company out. Really what I think it was, dude, is COVID happened, and I was working a job that I did not enjoy, but I was still passionately driving it forward, man, and he saw that on my social media, and he was like, damn, he's like, Mike's not really in sales like he used to be, but he's still kicking ass. Let me give him a call and offer him a job. I know that his heart was in the right place. When he made that phone call, I was on the back porch of an Airbnb that I was staying in, you know what I mean? And life was not that great. Like, I didn't have a girlfriend at the time. I didn't have my cat. My cat was with my ex-girlfriend. Like, it was a really sad time. I miss my cat, okay? And life was just starting to just not feel normal. And this is when COVID was in full effect, dude. I couldn't even, like, sit at a KFC, dog. Or a Bojangles. We like our Bojangles in North Carolina. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it was not, I had no reason really to stay in North Carolina. My son's mom had already decided a year prior that she wasn't going to allow me to see my son or even hear his voice on the telephone, dog. And this is not legally binding. Like, there's no court said I was unfit to be a father. This was just her way of handling me. And don't get me wrong, I was really an asshole. Dude, I was a super dick. Anyone that tells you that they ended up on the street because they're the victim of some government conspiracy or drug addiction or abusive parents or whatever the fuck their fucking thing is, cool, dog. I understand you went through pain, but nah, dog. There's people that came here from Mexico with $9 in their pocket and they 3 fucking words, yes, no, very good. And now they own this Google building. Google pays their motherfuckers rent. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that bad childhood shit. So let me just say this for the record. How did I get on the street was your question?
Yeah.
Through a series of really, really fleshly, selfish choices and prideful behavior that made me an unviable friend and colleague. And it's the same pattern of behavior that ruined mine and my son's mom's relationship, mine and my father's relationship, every boss that's ever liked me, right?
You don't find a lot of folks that accept responsibility, and you seem to accept responsibility for everything that goes on with you.
Yeah, I'm fully accountable, man. If you do end up on the street and the thought of taking some type of like accounting or inventory for like, how did this happen? Why am I surrounded by these fucking creepies? These fucking degenerates, these fucking dreads. Well, I'm not these people, blah, 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 right? I was just talking about that earlier, just how I carry myself, my image. I know that I stand out because I do, and it's because I know in my heart, to some degree, that I'm better, right? But that doesn't mean my value is higher, or that my skin color is more favorable, or that my tall jeans, or my nice teeth, or whatever the fuck, the singing and the playing of the guitar. I didn't even pick that bitch up, dude. All that stuff, it doesn't make me any better than anyone, dude. Yeah. So anyone that doesn't take that into account, why am I here? Is this my fault? They are lying to themselves. And I believe that's the person that you run into that is so deluded that they tell you that they're like the king of Persia and like, you know, they're Jesus and like they're all fucking methed out and tweaked out and they don't have any sense of agency. They don't even brush their teeth, but yet they're Jesus, right? They become so delusional from time spent in what I call social isolation. When you end up out here, you're alone most of your time. Even when you're around other people, getting high, eating, whatever, at least for me, I'm not, until I started meeting really great people. You know what I'm saying? There's really, I'll get to that in a second, but yeah. So no one's better than anyone, and everyone out here is out here because they made bad choices, period, point blank. I'll do my best to stay on target, but there's a lot that goes into what I've learned out here. The other thing is, at this point, and this is also true in also often not admitted, I am now choosing, to some degree, probably like well over 80% of my will, I'm choosing to stay in this situation for now. Right now, I'm starting to develop an idea of what I want to do about it. I'm already actively doing it on a daily basis, the delivering of food, always having medications and Narcan, and keeping my own shit intact, not getting robbed anymore, not getting fucked up on drugs and falling asleep in train stations. Now that I've gotten myself back,
So you're adapting to the conditions and surviving.
Thriving in to some degree, in comparison to in the economics or the demographics or let's say the natural selection Darwinistic way of the homeless world. I am an alpha, right? People see me and they're like, damn, that motherfucker's got, that's why I got robbed a lot. I had to learn how to talk to everyone, even if they didn't make sense or smelled like feces and urine, dude. Because the avoiding of certain people because you are better is what sets you apart and makes you an asshole. That's what makes a racist. That's what makes a sexist. That's what makes a fucking sociopath and a narcissist. Is this idea that I can't hang out with that guy because it might cramp my style because I'm better. I'm better looking, I'm more articulate, and if people see me talking to him, then they're going to think I'm his friend, that I'm like him. And that is true. The amount of money that gets dropped in my case is significantly less than when I got here and stayed in hostels and didn't associate with the homeless population and considered myself separate from them. I didn't affiliate. But when I actually got crippled to the point where I couldn't have hostels because I didn't have an ID and I couldn't get hotels and I couldn't have Airbnbs because I didn't have the money, I didn't have a cash app because my phone got stolen, right? And all your tools are dwindled and you're just like, poof. Okay, now it's like a tutorial on video game. Level 1, you have a body and a set of clothes. Now go survive. That's where.
What was your first day like on the street? Do you remember back when your first night you didn't know what to do and you're on the street? What was that like?
It's on Facebook Live. It's on my timeline. I think I took it down because I'm listening to myself talk on that first night and I'm like, you fucking assholes, and how prideful and arrogant and just stupid you are, how hypocritically Christian you are talking about Jesus. You didn't even believe at that time what you believe now about demons and angels and God and the purpose of doing the right thing and the vibration of your voice and your tone and everything you do and how it affects the mass, all 8.2 billion of us. Everything you do, from the color of shirt you wear to the words you choose to say, affects every single human being on the planet, whether they or you realize it or not. And my first night on the street, dude, I was like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, just like a white guy. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be getting out of this. And in the video I'm like, yeah, some Freemason people and a couple friends of mine, they're gonna figure this out. People care about me, I'm important, you know? And what I found out was outside of a $25 cash app here and there, or like maybe a hotel room being paid for, no one's gonna save you when you're 30 or 30 plus, fully grown, fully capable, you know what I mean, talented, all these things. I have no reason to actually hit that rock bottom. I hit that rock bottom because of my choices, and mostly drugs. That's the long and short of it, dude.
Okay.
So we'll get to that, but that first night on the street, I was very much in denial, and I hadn't met another homeless person in my life ever outside of ministry, where I was like the fucking assholes out here handing out waters and burritos, being like, God loves you. Here's a lukewarm burrito with no meat in it, right? They're fucking good when you're really hungry, but you get my point.
Yeah.
They're doing God's work, they're light workers for sure, but they talk to us like we're children, and they are so worn out from dealing with the schizophrenics and fucking rage and the people just talking about nothing forever, and just they're so drained from what I call the fallen population. These are, I'd say, a solid 25 to 30% of the homeless in LA. They've fallen entirely. They've lost their agency entirely. They do not have personal hygiene.
So there's a lot of mental health issues going on out here.
It's mostly that, and it's either it's funny because it's secular, and it's either mental illness induced by drugs, or drugs induced by mental illness, creating worse mental illness. Hey, sweetie, this is Daisy. Hi, Daisy. You don't have to be on the video if you don't want to, but we are shooting a video. Daisy, you're wearing one sock. Here, sweetheart. It's a fly sock though. Matches my jacket. Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Fresh. I have a whole bag of stuff. Whatever you need. Doesn't matter. No. Ooh, it's in storage, but I can still.
So where are you staying tonight?
I don't know. What I've learned is if I'm not in a hostel, and now that I'm no longer, I had a unit of people on the beach. They actually refer to us as the Five because of our ability to dress well, behave well, mesh into society. Still, we can go out to bars, go out to clubs, play music, get pussy, whatever. You know what I mean?
And nobody knew you guys were homeless, huh?
No. The existing population of Santa Monica and Venice did not know I was homeless until I began to tell people. Oops. Or until they saw me doing the Jesus thing and hanging out with the whores and drug addicts and fucking, yeah, just vibing with them, smoking a blunt, singing music. So I'm not even trying to make money. I'm singing for 2 hours to a group of people that are asking me for cigarettes every 10 seconds, right? I'm not trying to make money. I'm trying to create fucking power out of darkness and fucking sickness, dude, and it works. And it doesn't have to be music, just like that little thing right there, right? So Daisy, do you need toiletries? Yeah, rad. Okay, this thing.
Hi, Daisy.
Daisy's cool people. She gets ridiculed a lot, and I'm really concerned for her safety, and so some nights I just kind of sit on a bench and just make sure everything's okay.
So you try to look out for
Everyone.
others that are out here.
Everyone. Every fight I've been in has been ignited by me intervening from someone bullying, robbing, raping, or otherwise assaulting for no particular reason other than that they're fucking tweaked out and out of their goddamn mind.
And all that happens out here.
Yes.
What's the worst thing you've seen?
It wasn't what I saw, it was what I heard. And then I'll tell you the worst thing I experienced, and that's really gonna fuck you up. So the worst thing I've heard happened here in Venice. I was laying in my tent, and this night our group decided to disband because we figured out that large clusters of tents were like targets, right? Especially if it looked habitable. Wait a second, they're assembling. Don't let them have a table and a place to cook food. You know what I mean? Oh God, dude, we were like Survivor out there. We're badass. The Five. Everyone thinks that we're like drug lords or master thieves and shit. No, dude, we're just fucking not dumb fucking tweakers, and we fucking want to do something. We're artists and we're powerful, and we recognize that, and that's why we stick together. And I believe this guy's like that. The way he just brought out snack bags to everyone. I call it light working, dude. Any type of going out to the community and you put in I don't give a fuck, dog. I didn't pay for any of that food this morning, but I fucking walked it up here and I convinced 2 fucking judgmental little church bitches to fucking borrow their cart, load the cart, and they carted the cart up here for me. They followed me while I smoked cigarettes and carried a guitar case, dog. And everyone in this town saw that while they're sitting on the patios of their cafes and walking out with their Starbucks and driving by in their fucking Teslas. What do they see? Mike Allen leading a respected pastor and his affiliate. Where are they going? Why are they leaving their post at the beach? Because I walked over and said, hey, a lot of people got kicked off the fucking beach. Most of us are on 3rd Some of us are down on second. There's people that are in the alleyways in between, and they're fucking hungry and they're depressed, and they have no idea that you guys are even here. And they first say, well, why don't you just get them and bring them to us? Yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, let's just rally up fucking 50 fucking hungry, dehydrated, strung out people and say, come with me for a lukewarm burrito. Fuck that. I brought pastries, fruit, toiletries, water, fucking milk, orange juice, oat milk in case they were lactose intolerant. Like, breakfast burritos were tight. They were good, actually. But yeah, so I didn't pay for any of that. But I made it happen, and then I dismantled it. Light working. Do you get what I'm saying? That is art. It's art, dude. And it's art because art is taking something that's painful and making something beautiful out of it. Doesn't matter if it makes you cry. Doesn't matter if it makes other people cry. It doesn't matter if other people don't fucking understand it. People ask me all the time, Mike, dude, don't you know that dude Steve is like totally crazy? Like, why do you fucking sit next to him? He smells bad, dude. Like, why do you want to catch that vibe, bro? Why do you want to, like, do you really want people to see that like that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Because no one gives that guy 5 minutes. Not for one fucking second does someone walk up to that guy screaming fuck in the street, fucking die. No one fucking walks up to that guy, gently touches their shoulder and says, hey bro, is everything okay? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Do you need a pair of clean socks? Would you like me to handle some laundry for you? I'm in a hostel right now, I can do your laundry. You know what I mean? And this is why the kid there's a kid stalking me and my guitar right now. He believes in his meth paranoia that I lead a group of people that are against the others. No, we just don't do what you do. We don't sit in our tents all fucking day getting pale and dehydrated and just fucking complaining about why the government fucked our lives up. No, we're out here trying to help you, help ourselves, and we're doing it all pretty fucking well. And yes, some people have had things taken, sure. There is a war out there of thieves. There is a war out there of fucking, we call it devastation. And that's where you fucking run into someone's camp, you fucking knock their tents down, you take all their shit. Spoons, forks, fucking plastic knives, napkins, whatever. You take it all because fuck them, right? Even one guy in that camp raped a girl last night, and it's this guy's little sister, and she's only 17, and she's out here homeless on the street. And this guy's fucking 48 years old, creepy and smells bad, and probably has fucking hep or AIDS, and he's trying to fucking rape a little girl. Yeah, we're taking you and all your homeboys down. Fuck you. So what do these little fucking golems do? These little fucking cretins, they run around and tell people, oh, I don't have a phone anymore because the 5 took it. Okay, sure.
And you're one of the 5, they call them.
Yes. Yes. It's fucking hilarious. I did not know this was a thing until I talked to St. Joseph's. I have an approved voucher from the Department of Social Services for Project Room Key. I'm supposed to be staying in a motel right now for free for the next 6 months. St. Joseph's has told me, and other agencies, but mostly St. Joseph's, they're my point of contact because I live in Venice. They are the gateway to Project Room Key. They told me I don't qualify because I'm not high risk enough. Because I've never been incarcerated, I'm not on probation or parole, I don't have HIV, Hep C, I don't.
So everyone that's homeless can't get a place to stay. Only certain homeless can get a place to stay.
That's accurate. They delineate it through some type of software. You take an assessment and the software determines how high your risk is or how urgent your needs are and the likelihood. And it takes into account your proclivities and the things that your emotional status and all that. Mental health check, you know.
So where do they expect people to go that don't qualify?
They give you a list of phone numbers to shelters that either don't answer or tell you there's no vacancy, or you have to be LGBTQ on parole and probation, or you have to wait for 2 weeks, and by that point, you've done so much surviving, you don't even know who you are, right? I'll give you in fucking Beverly Hills 2 weeks from now, sleeping underneath a fucking bridge, like wrapped in a blanket that some old lady named Sarah gave me, and she also microwaved a burrito for me at 7-Eleven, and I ended up there because I needed a ride. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean. Like, they're like, okay, come back. We have availability in 2 weeks. I could be dead tomorrow, literally. It must feel really weird to have a dick that small, dog. It must feel so weird. Like, that guy, yeah, he sucks, dude. He sucks. He saw a camera and was like, let me blast this video. which is cool. It was cool, but he's not in the shot at all. He's behind your sick ass Prius.
How long do you think you're going to be homeless?
How long do I think I'm going to be homeless? As long
Or
as
how long do you want to be? Like you told me
Thank
earlier,
you.
you told
I'm
me earlier
choosing
that
this.
you choose to be homeless.
I like the adventure. I like what's happening to me now. I like that I'm standing up for people that no one else will stand up for. I like that I pray, talk with, eat with, laugh with, cry with, and hug people that other people would not even so much as like walk up to their car without locking the fucking windows and doors.
You were just saying earlier that you had a relationship that you lost. Did you say you had children?
I have a son, he's 5, his name is Preston.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Shit, man. It's been 2 years and some change now, dude.
Okay.
I haven't seen him since he was about to turn 3 years old. He's 5.
Do you think one day you want to try to reconnect, at least just to have a communication of some sorts?
Mom does not allow this in any format, and not because she's like a bitch or whatever. She's actually a wonderful woman. She deserves so much more attention and sensitivity than I gave her. Okay, I was really fucked up, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, and I say this to people now, and people are like, "You're fucking crazy, right?" And oh, well, how did you end up on the street? Because I was prideful, arrogant, selfish, and mean. And eventually, God said, "You're gonna suffer for that, because I need you for something later. And if I don't crush you now and make you into something else, you are going to be 55, and you're going to be that guy that tells the fucking homeless person to fuck off, get away from my porch, you piece of shit, right? Just miserable. Your wife leaves, your second or third marriage, his kids are fucking alcoholics, right? Right. Something had to be done about my vibration, because I was given a very powerful vessel. This is also something that I've recognized. Demonic energy is real, angels are real. Principalities of darkness versus light, whatever you want to call it, it's all real. I do believe that what we're seeing with the increase of people talking to themselves and screaming, I do think that that is demonic. The reason.
Here's the final coat, blue block.
That's fucking sick. You should put it somewhere. You should just tag this case somewhere. I don't have a bike because I'm super poor. It got stolen, like everything else. So yeah.
But I appreciate it.
So my son,
Yeah.
the last time I heard his voice, he said, when's the last time you talked to him? This is a true story. So, right before COVID, I was working at a restaurant, and which is what I did when my son's mom met me. She met me as a humble waiter. When I found out we were having a baby after only being together for 2 months, I snapped into action and got in the car business, started making 6 figures, got us a nice fucking house, vacations, new cars, right? At this point, she's already left me. I've been single for a year and some change. I've become.
Hey, bro, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh. Anyway, so in the first 8 months that me and my son's mom were split up, I tried to put us back together. When that failed, I started seeing this girl that I hired at my dealership who was a drug addict, and I started doing drugs because I could only see my son 1 day a week. And selling cars for me at that point was simple, and I didn't really care. My purpose of coming home every day, everything was just super fucking empty, dude. We were even living in a town where I knew nobody, 5 hours away from my hometown, because I'm a foster kid and she's got like a family unit, right? So of course we went to where she's from, where I know nobody. And I started doing drugs because I wanted to experience it, and I had a super hot new girlfriend and this and that, so she then immediately was like, you can't see your son anymore. So for a year, I didn't hear my son's voice. So to answer your question, when was the last time you talked to your son? It was a year after she cut me off from him. showed up on Christmas, cops got called. I don't know if it was Christmas, but showed up for a family thing, cops got called, that type of bullshit. I was not abusive. I didn't cheat. I didn't beat. I didn't go out drinking with boys and talk about my stupid wife. I didn't do that. We weren't even married. Well, I've already covered this. I was just an asshole all the time. I wasn't sensitive. I was at work all the time, and I thought I was the shit. So I'm working a shitty job at a restaurant. My car's been repoed. I'm recovering from my first stint with drugs with my girlfriend Molly, who is at this point a prostitute. With endocarditis, dying in the hospital because she can't stop shooting dope. And I'm still talking to her on the phone every day as a sober guy, telling her that I love her and to stop, And I'm literally on the phone in a 7-Eleven, and she calls me, my son's mom calls me to tell me that I've got a court date to go to, right? And I'm like, I'm in Charlotte, my license is suspended, my car is repossessed. You haven't talked to me in a fucking year. My son's birthday just happened, and I don't even fucking know if you got the packages. You haven't even confirmed if you've gotten his gifts. What? Fucking court date? Like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, just try to show up, this and that. And at this point, I had already gone through staph infections where I had lost both lips and had to have surgery. I had already gone through watching my girlfriend overdose and having to bring her back. I brought her back 10 or 11 times. I've already gone through losing my car. I'm back on my buddy's couch. And it's like, I'm immensely humbled, but not even close to where I'm at now. And I began to tell her that I was sorry. And I said, can you please let me talk to my son? Can you please let me talk to Preston? She says, no. And I said, why? She's like, because you're all upset, and you're just gonna upset him, and I just can't deal with that right now. And I said, what the fuck do you mean you can't deal with it? I was like, I'm standing at 7-Eleven, I'm about to have to walk 3 miles to a bus stop to get home from a job that I had to be at tomorrow morning at 10, and it's 11:30 because I closed. And she's like, you wanna know what my day's like? I wake up at 5, I make your son breakfast, I get him ready, I give him a bath, I take a bath, I put him in the car, I take him to daycare, I go to work, and right? Like the single mom thing, and I'm at this point, I'm sitting on the floor of 7-Eleven just bawling, dude. I'm just a mess, dude. Like, my tie is covered in snot, dude. I'm just sitting there, and I can hear him saying, is that Dada? Is that Dada? Is that Dada? She says, no, it's Bubby, her brother. She said, oh, it's someone else. And he knew that it wasn't. He paid to have the phone, and she said, okay, you can sing, Bubby, your ABCs. You can sing your ABCs. She told me to listen, and I heard my son sing the fucking alphabet. I missed him learning the fucking alphabet, dog. And not because some court or some judge or my parents or her parents said he's an unfit father or he's an abusive father, just because I lost their respect. Because I became a heroin and a coke addict, dude. I started shooting drugs with a girl that was fucking 4 years younger than me, who everyone knew was bad. But Molly Daly is easily the prettiest girl I've ever kissed in my entire life. She might be an addict, she might be a thief or whatever, but she's the prettiest, sweetest. Let me tell you something, Kayla, if you ever see this video. The first time I had Molly at my house, before we were even dating, she wanted to stay because she was fighting with her parents because she was relapsing, but I didn't know that at the time. I was very naive. And I came home and there was a grilled cheese and french fries coming off the stove, timed perfectly, with Dr. Pepper, my favorite soda, and a love note underneath the plate. This is how we decided that we were going to date. And she kept that up. She cooked shit out of nothing, dog. Rice and beans and instant mashed potatoes, and it was bomb. I don't care what anybody says, I love that girl. I don't regret becoming an addict, and I don't regret it at all. I do regret missing 2 years of my son's life. And I do regret the scars I have on my face from fighting and being so high that I pick a hole, right? Or an abscess forming because I have bacteria in my blood or whatever. The damage I've done to my vessel, I regret heavily. Currently, I'm very strong because I carry over 100 pounds of shit with me on the street every day. and I have to carry it with me because I can't leave it anywhere. Oh yeah, bro, it's cool. You can just leave it in my tent. Nope. I'm on my 5th rebuild. From tutorial level where you just have a body enclosed to now I have a backpack, cell phone charger, fucking toiletry bag, new guitar, fucking. Why is my guitar case graffitied out and finger painted like a 5-year-old did it? Because it has my name on it in my hand. It has my Instagram on it, my Lover Fighter logo on it, my signature. The guitar has the similar shit going on. Because no one is going to, I've gotten this thing back twice, plain, with no markings on it. And I got it back because of shit like this. What shape and what color is the paint mark on the back? If this is your case in guitar. Oh yeah, it's pink or it's blue. No, dude, it's white. My artist friend Louise did it while she was painting a mural at Mad Cat Motel. You suck, right?
But I really appreciate you taking the time to keep it 100 with me. You seem like a good dude, and I really wish you the best on your journey.
I miss my son, and I miss being in the world. I do, man, I do. Thank you.